Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Jordy and I'm here to do a general tarot card reading and oracle card reading for the Pisces collective. We're just going to get started by using the combo deck that I have here, Wisdom of the Oracle and Psychic Tarot for the Heart combined together. And then we'll clarify the reading with pulling additional tarot cards from the This Might Hurt tarot deck. We'll pull a rune just for an overall theme. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, commenting below, and subscribing to my channel, by the way. I do see all of your love and support and all of your engagement, and I really appreciate it. So we have this rune right here. I'm not sure what it's called. I'm still getting used to these. It's called Kunaz. It talks about openness. You can see how it's like an opening here. It also talks about wisdom, insight, revelations, knowledge, and transition. It dispels ignorance, fears, gives vision, and regeneration. So that's amazing. Our vision is expanding. Our knowledge is increasing. Our third eye may be opening up, possibly. So the first card we have in the current moment is the Heal card. Reversed. It's a beautiful card. It's a star card, actually. Influencing that is the Building Blocks card. In your central theme, we have the throat chakra. In the foundation of your reading, we have exchanging gifts. In the past, we have confront, which is the moon card. In the future, we have strengthening bonds. The Ace of Pentacles. Representing you is deep knowing. Beautiful. In your environment is the Hanged One, which is the observe energy. In your fears, desires, emotional space is community. This card came out last time we used this deck. And your outcome is never-ending story reversed. Very interesting energy. Okay, overall, underneath the bottom of the deck, we have dedicated effort, the Eight of Pentacles. So let's see what this could possibly mean for Pisces. Well, we've got a theme of community here. We have a theme of healing from fear, healing from and also communicating what needs to be communicated. I'm actually hearing that there's a story here of reconciliation or coming together after a period of being apart. This could be a love relationship, but it might not be. It could also be family or business, or whatever type of relationship this applies to. But you've personally succeeded in breaking free of constraints, breaking free of limiting beliefs, and maybe even health issues. Relationship drama or karmic energy. You've broken free of it and you've been building yourself slowly. You've been dedicated towards creating a foundation that is above the level of temptation. So you're above the level of temptation. Sometimes you may be tempted to look back at the past, or to indulge in a relationship or a conversation about something from the past, or maybe there's a temptation to, indulge in some vices, or even just think negatively about your situation. But it requires a lot of effort. It's almost like it requires more effort for you to do those things now, and you're more detached and removed from the negativity that has surrounded you over the past few years, over the past few months. There's a deep knowing within you, and there's a gift coming to you, the gift of confronting the past in a way where in the future bonds are strengthened, where there's community. I also feel like there's no longer any blame in the situation. Like, that people have evolved beyond that. You've evolved beyond that, Pisces. And the story of isolation and regret and criticism and basically the spoiling of a relationship dynamic or a community dynamic, family dynamic, is ending. That never-ending story is reversed, and we're seeing strengthening bonds. So it's like, through your awareness, through the opening of your perspective, because of that rune we saw, basically you've realized that this relationship dynamic, these dynamics are a gift, and there's time for you to it's time for you to confront your biggest fears when it comes to certain relationships that may or may not have been connected to the negativity that you had to build yourself up from. They may have been separate. Maybe that was the problem in itself. You couldn't maintain these connections while you were swimming through the muck, stuck in the mud. We're going to clarify these cards. So we'll clarify the first card. We have the Heal card reversed with the Queen of Pentacles. So I talked about this in the angel reading I just did before this video. The Queen of Pentacles was coming through as like dedication to self, with that dedicated energy, and with this Heal energy that's clarifying the chains that you've broken. Because you can see the chains in this card here. It's all because of the effort you've put towards building yourself up, your self-worth, your self-value, how you treat yourself, how you take care of what's important in your life, parts of yourself and parts of your situation, your job, your relationships that you have, the self-talk. It's like the energy of a careful gardener here, and of a nurturing mother. You've had to nurture yourself. Clarifying the building blocks card, which is influencing this healing process that you've gone through. We have the Two of Swords reversed. So at some point this card was upright. At some point you couldn't see what was getting in your way. You were indecisive. You were of two different ideas, two different mindsets, and you couldn't decide on one mindset. And there may have been a block. There may have been blockages in general. But it's reversed. It's telling me that you've moved past that. You've built yourself up past the lack of awareness. You have a higher vantage point. And if we clarify the theme of this reading, which is the throat chakra, we have the Nine of Wands. I feel like you've had to rehearse what you want to say to these people or this person once you confront them, or once they confront you. Maybe they're confronting you. But it's not like a confrontation type of confront. It's more of like a, hey, we haven't been connected for a long time. Let's reconnect. Let's strengthen our bonds, you know? Let's put things aside. And basically all the effort you've had to put in building yourself out of that negativity, that strength, that perseverance, the studying that you had to do, the learning. You're a warrior, Pisces. And that strength is coming through your communication. People believe you now. They may not have believed you in the past. They may have blamed you. You may have blamed other people. But I feel like there's some type of understanding of like hardship here and the strength it takes to overcome. In the foundation, we have this exchanging gifts card clarified by the Seven of Cups reversed. So the gift is clarity. That is what has recently come into your life. Clarity about what matters the most. You know, seeing through the illusions. Knowing what's important. And in the past, with the Moon card, which is called Confront in this deck, it's clarified by the Hanged One reverse. It's just here twice now, actually. You know, confronting the fact that what holds you back from facing your fears and communicating with this important relationship dynamic from the past, which is not a toxic ex, by the way, or someone who's abused you terribly, you know. This is such a situation where you've done healing and growing, and it's time to reconnect with somebody who deserves to reconnect with you, you know. We could also be talking about, if we're not talking about a specific person, reconnecting with the community, with a faith around a community, faith in the family, faith in a spiritual group, or whatever kind of community you have. So the Hanged One is kind of saying that you've held yourself back for quite some time. You know, there's nothing left to learn here on your own. I'm actually hearing the words perfection as well. Like, your biggest thing that was holding you back may have been a perfectionist perspective on yourself and on the people around you, needing perfection in order to be satisfied, which is always impossible to achieve. So, like hypercritical thinking, maybe that's what you're confronting too. Like, maybe you're kind of saying to these people or this person, like, hey, I'm not perfect. I've worked really hard on myself. I've built myself up to a point, but you know, when is it enough? And you can also be realizing this, that you've been holding this against somebody else as well. You know? Clarifying the strengthening bonds is the Magician card. So, manifestation. Manifesting an opportunity to strengthen the connection. This could be someone taking action towards you. This could be you taking action towards someone else as well. It's also about making the connection, bridging the gap. Knowing that this is what you want. It may have been confusing for a long time. Maybe you didn't want this for a long time. And if you still don't want that connection and you're thinking like, oh, F this, I don't want to have a reconnection with that person. They screwed me over, or I'm done with that, or whatever your thing is. then maybe this isn't the reading for you. On some level, though, you're manifesting this, you know? And if it isn't about reconnecting with someone from the past, it's about opening up to new connections, not holding yourself to this impossible level of perfection that you feel like is necessary in order for you to be open with people, you know? Yeah, so there's a deep knowing here representing you. This beautiful owl on a moon here. And we have the Ten of Wands, which is burdens. You've been carrying a lot of your own weight. You know, you've been carrying the weight of responsibility, maybe the weight of blame. Maybe you've been carrying a lot of responsibility. Maybe you've taken a lot of responsibility. There's a deep knowing that that you are strong, but you may have to let go of the struggle, the resistance, in order to thrive in this new opening with community and with relationship. Let's clarify that Ten of Wands again. So what do we have to let go of? What massive burden are we carrying, Pisces? The Hermit, the need to do things on your own. Seeking answers on your own as well, feeling like only you can find out the answer. That's not true. There's knowledge that can be shared with each other. Okay, I just dropped a card. Clarifying what's in the environment, which is the Observe card reversed. We have the Six of Cups reversed. So it might not be very clear what you had to sacrifice when it comes to the past anymore. It might not be very clear memories. Like maybe the memories are not as clear as they used to be. Maybe you no longer are holding on to the nostalgia of what there used to be in the past as well. Like, I feel like you've kind of centered yourself into the current moment more. You're more rooted within yourself, and those rose-colored glasses have kind of been taken off, you know? And yeah, it's about like being willing to share. We have Temperance, clarifying the Community card, which is reversed. There's going to be some difficult situations that possibly are bringing you and other people together as well. Shared connections or relationships between you and other people that unite each other. A common struggle. You know, when things are out of balance, having to team up in order to be successful. The outcome is the never-ending story reverse, which is telling me that you're no longer repeating this cycle of isolation. We have this King of Swords reverse, or upright here. So I feel like you're critical to, like, your presence is required, Pisces. You have a strong perspective, you have a strong knowing, and you have a lot of experience on how to perceive and understand and learn and adapt to difficult situations. There's wisdom that you hold now. Um, I feel like whatever reconciliation or relationship dynamic we've been talking about, I feel like they really need you at this time. Let's clarify that person or that community that we've been kind of talking about this whole time. Just one card, please. We have the Empress. We could be talking about a mother figure, a female figure, or someone who's been very nurturing towards you. Maybe you are that role and you're connecting to children, or and we have the Hierophant reversed. It's almost as if what was between you and this person were different beliefs in what was right and wrong. But that's something that is being overcome now. Whether you agree or not, it's almost like agree to disagree type of thing. And moving forward. Alright, so let's grab some oracle cards to close the reading. We'll just randomly grab a tea leaf energy. So we have Desk. This says pay attention to your work. We didn't really talk about work too much, but it's saying pay attention, you know. We have Fox, which says shrewdness, resourcefulness, especially in business. And let's see, what else do we have here? We have Bird Flying, which says news is on the way. And we have Bird Perched, which says waiting for news, package, or letter. And one more, just to tie the story together. We have the Scales. Keep your life in balance. So, you're dedicated to building yourself up past the negative struggles and situations and mindsets that you've been in. And I want to say that people are noticing you and are realizing that their life would be more balanced with you in it. Or maybe they are finally thinking it's time to deal with a situation that you have to deal with together. And news is coming about this, and you have to wait for this news. But it's coming, so keep your life in balance and don't let this throw you off your perch, you know. Okay. And I'm just going to grab... Oh, I don't have them with me. Well, we'll leave it there. Thank you, Pisces. I'll see you again soon.